Have you ever wanted to just shrivel up and die? Well, I hope not, because you and your life matters, and you are a special, unique individual. Unless, of course, you're a white person. Seriously, if you're a white, why don't you just crawl back into the mayo jar you came out of? If you are white, I hate everything you are and everything you hope to become. White scum. And that concludes my slam poem. What's up, everyone? It's your favorite gay-looking straight guy, Hunter Avalone here, and welcome to another video. Today, the bowels of Retardville have upchucked a new specimen. So horrible, so cringy, and so racist, you may just want to pour acid on your white skin in hopes of burning away your foul white privilege. Today, we are looking at a video by The Root, which appears to have grown from stupid seeds planted in the garden of racism. The video we're going to be looking at today is part of a series called Judge of Character, where a racist black chick gets in our face and attempts to lecture us on why white people are the devil. Today she's rambling on about how white people steal culture and ruin everything we get our hands on. So grab the popcorn and let's delve into this nightmare.
OMG, just when you thought these Trumps couldn't get any less lit.
White people, am I right?
We can already see what kind of video this is going to be. The attempt at comedy, while failing to get so much as an embarrassed chuckle because of how racially motivated the content is. Oh, and take a look, she's even got the devil on her shoulder.
I mean, we gave y'all getting jiggy with it, and whoop, there it is. Isn't that enough?
You also gave us higher crime rates and an epidemic of single mothers. Now that was enough. And seriously, who the absolute hell says getting jiggy with it and whoomp, there it is? I mean seriously, of all the options the English language provides, you're gonna settle with getting jiggy with it? Seriously, I'm about to get jiggy with this Glock to my temple.
Welcome to Judge of Characters, where black pop culture shrivels up and dies in white hands.
Well, so far so racist. You know, it's funny you call your show Judge of Character, yet it really gives us a good idea of how bad your character is.
Donnie Trump Jr. ruined lit, a word reimagined and popularized within black culture in a single tweet about Justice Kennedy's retirement.
You gotta admit, that's pretty fucking powerful.
Yeah, Donald Trump Jr. did not ruin the word lit. People who unironically used the word lit ruined lit.
Colonizers have this inane ability to zero in on parts of culture that they're not a part of and run that thing into the ground.
I absolutely love how she's referring to white people as the colonizers, as if every member of the white race is somehow responsible for the colonization of America that took place hundreds of years ago. And secondly, are you really claiming that lit is now part of black culture? I mean, seriously, when everyone was using the word lit, I saw everyone using it. Never once was it suggested that it only belonged to black people.
Cue the music. White people, please, we're begging you. Stop killing fun cultural moments. We're still trying to enjoy ourselves.
Well, maybe you should focus less on enjoying yourselves and more on getting a job.
Every time you suck the life out of something we love, an angel loses its wings.
You have to be extremely racist to claim that a member of another race simply using a word that you now deemed your own ruins it. Seriously, I think you need to, dare I say it, educate yourself.
For your convenience, since we're used to making sure everything is convenient for you.
Well, I'm learning so many new things today, everyone. Yeah, last I checked, it's black people demanding that white people make everything convenient for them. Don't say anything offensive. Don't say words that are allegedly part of our culture. Check your privilege.
Here's a list of all the fallen words, dances, and more that we've lost because they've been whitewashed.
And now she gives us a nice little list of all the words white people apparently ruined by saying them. That's right, everyone. Did you hear that black guy the other day say, "I'm so upset right now"? Well, black people now own that phrase. Don't even think about saying it for yourself, alright? Black people now own it. It's copyrighted. It's got the little TM next to it, which stands for Trayvon muttered. He said this first, and if a white person even so much as thinks the same phrase, well, you're a racist son of a bitch. Get out of Wakanda. Go back to Arkansas.
Woke. No, I don't mean the past tense of you waking up. Woke is being aware of and actively attentive to racial and social justice issues.
Woke. Yes, another word that, when used unironically, makes me want to die. I honestly just can't believe that we have oh. Well, we appear to have a visitor. It's Honest Bear, my teddy bear friend that tells you the truth no matter how much it hurts your little feelings. Honest Bear, what do you think of people using the word woke unironically? The word woke is nothing more than a parody at this point. Anyone who uses woke seriously is a brain-dead, low-IQ little sissy whose parents are probably getting a divorce because of them. Good one, Teddy!
I'm so sure white people thought we didn't know how to speak proper English.
She has such a low opinion of white people, it's honestly really sad. She just kind of automatically assumes that white people are out to get her. Good news, lady. Just if you're a racist, doesn't mean everyone else is. Stop projecting.
However, it's been added to both the Oxford English and Merriam-Webster dictionaries, just so that they can call themselves woke, or so that they can feel legitimized in using it.
Wait, what? Am I hearing this correctly? Is she seriously claiming that white people ruined a word by putting it in the dictionary? Are your racism glasses glued to your eyeballs? By adding the word to the dictionary, it's not so evil white people can feel legitimized in using your precious little word. It gives validation and credence to the word woke. And secondly, this is just juicy. She bitches that white people ruined the word woke by putting it in the dictionary, but when she gives us the definition, she uses the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition.
Woke is being aware of and actively attentive to racial and social justice issues. But how is Brad Pitt a part of the official Merriam-Webster definition and not Angela Rye?
Stay woke.
Brad Pitt is in the definition because he was described as the wokest man in Hollywood because he used his money and company to provide spaces for people of color as well as making movies. I mean, I thought this is everything the left wants, a privileged man using his privilege for people of color, but no, apparently it's still not enough. Now I think we all know why this leftist shill is so fat. She's been eating her own.
On fleek. A Chicago teen named Peaches Monroe hit viral fame when she proclaimed her eyebrows were on fleek. The word has now been everywhere, from IHOP to t-shirts. I wonder how much Peaches was paid for inventing the popular phrase.
Her bank account's probably not on fleek.
This just sounds like you're complaining that black people are getting recognition. I bet if white people didn't pay any attention to the things black people say, you'd claim that was racist also. Now, not only are white people not allowed to say words that black people apparently invented, now black people need to be compensated for making a funny viral Vine. Talk about being entitled. First of all, when Vine was around, if you make a Vine and it goes viral, people are going to quote you. Get over it. Secondly, there are several other famous Vines from white people that people quote all the time. Are these white people being compensated? Yeah, I don't think so.
Shade and the idea of throwing it. I wasn't ready to let this one go.
Which is ironically the same thing you said when you had your 4th abortion.
But white folks really tried it with this one. Shade regularly on CNN? I'm gagging.
Well, at least we can all agree on this one thing. I gag when I see CNN also.
The nail in the coffin is these two white men, Brian Karem and Jason Miller, on CNN.
Please don't try to throw shade just because I'm making sure that
I'm not throwing shade, I'm just...
Pull one out for the home.
This is such a childish and immature way of thinking. I mean, you live in America. America is considered the melting pot of cultures. Part of what makes America so great is the fact that we're all sharing with each other. Throwing shade is a goofy little term. It's not your goddamn culture. Plus, like I previously said, it's extremely racist to claim that phrases or words are simply ruined because a person of another race said them also. If your culture is limited to nothing more than a few cheap little words and phrases, and your culture is so fragile that people of another race simply using these words and phrases now ruins them, your culture might be bullshit. This seems just a little bit similar to when black people would move in next door to white people, and the white people would now believe their neighborhoods were ruined or the value was now decreased. Plus, I mean, by your logic, you're speaking English, a white language. You're claiming you own words that you invented in white people's language. Thankfully, this is just me exposing the irony. I have no problem with people speaking English or using any of our words, because I'm not a racist.
The dab, the shoot dance, and this floss dance.
Wait, that one is theirs. Let them keep it.
Knew it! This had Rhythmless Nation written all over it. Y'all can keep that one.
This is such a backwards and victim mentality way of looking at things. If you invented a little dance and you saw everyone doing it, wouldn't you feel a little bit flattered? If you created a dance and you saw this sensation just sweeping America, I think you'd be pretty happy about that. Apparently, if a black person does a funny dance, it's only for the blacks.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. This legendary group has already lost Maurice White. Rest in peace. But the rest of the group has surely gone on to glory after Taylor Swift covered their beloved jam, September, in mayonnaise.
So white people can't use certain words because black people claimed them. We can't do funny dances because a black person did it first, and we can't even sing a song if a black person sang it first. You notice anything here? This sounds just a little bit racist. Imagine if I said, oh, I dance, but I don't want to because a black guy did it first. And I'd use these words, but I don't want to because black people said them first. I don't want to sound black. Since when has it been the law of the land that white people aren't allowed to say words or do dances simply because black people said or did them first? For everyone's sake, I sure hope we don't find out that black people were the first to drink water.
Whiteness is where cool goes to die.
Well, it's better than the hood, where people go to die.
And I, Judge Danielle, hereby declare the undermelanated are guilty of grand theft culture.
Do you even understand culture? I mean, are you really considering vines, cringy little phrases, and a few stupid dances as your culture? And seriously, if you don't want to share your culture, which has now been reduced to nothing more than a few cringy phrases and dances that only losers do, why don't you just go back to your own country? I mean, maybe that sounds a little bit rude, but hear me out. Why stick around in America, the melting pot of cultures, if you, one, aren't willing to share a fucking word, and two, think that if a black person so much as breathes a certain way, it's now part of your culture and white people, get your hands off, you crackers?
And all weak-skinned warriors are immediately sentenced to creating and consuming their own raisin-sprinkled, mayonnaise-splattered, unseasoned culture. Consider your precious America great again.
You want to play this game? You really want to play this game? Fine, all right. We get off your culture, and you get off ours. I mean, after all, if a black person does a funny little dance, it's now part of black culture, and white people aren't allowed to participate in it. So by your logic, I guess everything white people created is now part of our culture, and you're not allowed to participate in it. So do us all a favor, and get off the internet. That's white culture. Please stop recording with a video camera. White people invented it. That's part of our culture, and I feel like you're culturally appropriating. Stop posting on Facebook. A white person invented it, and that's white culture. Please stop speaking English. Those are our words and phrases. I notice your video is shot on a green screen. Please stop that. A white guy invented it. Get off our culture, culture vulture. Hopefully now you realize how absolutely pathetic your entire argument is. It is absolutely ridiculous to suggest that one thing belongs to one race. Stop seeing the world through your warped vision. Realize that not every white person is out to get you, and understand that you live in America, the country that shares a multitude of different cultures. So you want to be snarky and sassy? Well, prepare for me to throw shade at you. You want to act racist? I'm woke enough to see that you are racist. You want to roast white people? My roasts are way more on fleek than yours. So, racist black chick, prepare to be triggered.